Hey, what's up? What's up? We're making lots of YouTube today, lots of YouTube videos. Today, just want to do like a quick, just summary of a good movie that you probably have never heard of, but it's beautiful and it's worth watching. And it's worth just sort of bringing into the consciousness again for the 10 people that accidentally click on this video. It's called Ivan's Childhood. Russian director Andrei Tarkovsky made black and white films in the 60s. They he could have shot it in color, but decided not to. I just have to talk about this movie because it's so beautiful and it's his first film. And I'm just going through. I heard about this director from Dr. Ian McGilchrist who wrote A Master and His Emissary, which was a really good book. I learned so much from it. But he's a smart guy, physician, talks about, left hemisphere, right hemisphere. And when he mentioned that he believes that Tarkovsky is the perfect director and every movie he's made has been, a beautiful piece of art, I heard that and I went, okay, so this is like my version of like Quentin Tarantino, where every single one of Tarantino's 9 movies has been, I think like a 5 out of 5, like amazing. I could rewatch them over and over and over again. And so if someone else says that, and I respect their opinion, I want to watch those movies. So let's just go through some screen grabs. I'm going to talk about the movie. Overall, it's a movie set in World War II in Nazi-occupied Russia. And it's about a young boy who kind of hangs out, him and a couple other people in a small group, sort of Russian, part of the Russian army. And kind of it's a story about a boy who wants to do his part and fight. And he shows a lot of courage, shows a lot of strength. There's a sort of secondary plot of a love story between a Russian soldier and a girl. And so, yeah, it's just beautiful. And I mean, every shot, it's so well done, and it's sharp. It's got good depth, interesting choices, good camera work, really good performances. I just can't say enough good things about it. So let's go through. Kind of beautiful shot outside. Oh, is it automatically going? I don't really like that, but this is fine. Okay, you could see just kind of the Russian landscape. Pause here. This is sort of a swamp. This kind of reminded me of Florida. If you ever take, yeah, that's where I live, kind of canoeing or kayaking into the mangroves. Am I saying that right? Mangroves? Mangroves. Kind of like this. You see a lot of that. So they have their version in Russia, kind of a swamp. And so it's so atmospheric. Kind of really powerful shots. And with the black and white, just makes it so, it's just really good. That's the Russian soldier I was talking about. Kind of young, good looking guy. Taking care of him. Putting a bath together for him. Kind of finds him out in the middle of nowhere. There's sort of this scene, like a flashback. I believe that's his mother, with Ivan, talking about, what is that thing that's located at the bottom of the well? It's the sunlight going down, but the mother says that's where wishes are granted or something like that. So kind of like throw a rock and have a wish. And so it's sort of, I'm all into the like mystical elements of, kind of like the darkest depths below with water. It's very allegorical. And so that's something that he sort of remembers. In a way, I'm sure you could say this is kind of like his childhood that's down there. That he sort of is a distant past. Like he's lost it, but he still looks to it and tries to find it. Yeah, just so good. says it's like a twinkling star, and he tries to reach out and touch it. I think his mother was killed. He has a flashback of that. So the men are taking care of the boy. Great performances. I think he's crying because he can't, like he could have done more. So that's kind of a common theme that I don't really know much about Russia. I've never been to Russia. I don't know very many like strictly like Russian people. I mean, I know a couple like Americanized people of Russian descent, but it's not the same. And especially with all this like Russia-Ukraine war, something that in an interview with Zelensky recently, I heard him say, as someone asked him, what's the worst part about the war? And he said, you know, war is fighting, and, you know, you get all the people together and it's brought us closer together as a country, and we're fighting for freedom. He said the worst part though is the people killed, but it's the childhood of this generation. Putin has killed off the childhood of all the Ukrainian children. And so this movie sort of captures that, where a young boy has lost his childhood, or like this is his childhood. And so I thought that was powerful, that it's important to recognize the beauty of a country or of a culture, even if that country is doing terrible things. You know, in modern day, like prior to 2019, it's just, yeah, it's been terrible since then. A beautiful shot of the trees. These are so interesting. And just the screenshots, they don't do it justice. You just watch the film and you'll see what I mean. I really like their interaction, kind of climbing up and down, them talking about stuff. I see the death, kind of the World War II bunkers. Great lighting. Good dialogue. The whole thing's in subtitles. Got some artwork in there. Yeah. All right, we'll leave it at that. We won't go through the entire thing, but I just wanted to say that and wanted to bring that to your attention. Thanks for watching the video. And if you've got any recommendations, I'd love to have it. Movies like this, got to promote those hidden gems. Got to get them, talk about them more, get them out there. I wouldn't have watched this video if it wasn't for people talking about it. So I could do the same to you. I watched Tarkovsky's second film, which is Andrei Rublev, and I could talk about that in another video. I'm going to watch his entire filmography. So, all right. Thank you. Bye.